Too much thinking, synchronization with Mother Nature, part 2. Research in Europe on living beings co-relationship takes us to the ancient hay meadows of Hungary. This part of the land is still farmed in the traditional way. This traditional farming somehow provides the insects and butterflies with some extraordinary natural richness. In this part of Hungary, the butterflies are in abundance and in large number of varieties. But it is one species which carries an almost incredible and unbelievably complex life cycle and a unique, different way of living. This butterfly is known as the Alcon blue. All the female Alcon blue butterflies lays its eggs surprisingly on just one species of plant. It does not lay its egg on any other plant, just on one plant. And this plant is a small flowery plant which is known as the marsh genet. Once the eggs are laid on these plants, the eggs soon hatch into caterpillars. And since the eggs are laid high up, they are fairly safe from all the common predators who are below in abundance. And the main predators of caterpillars and its eggs are the red ants. After the eggs are laid, to much surprise, the caterpillars do something which is seemingly suicidal. From the top of the plant, they abseil down on the threads of the silk to the ground below. They straight land themselves into what is seen as a great danger. They abseil themselves down straight into the ground homes of the red ants. And when they land there, they are immediately caught up by the red ants. And since they have no defense against these ants, it is natural that these caterpillars are carried off by this ant into their largely populated colonies. But this is exactly what the caterpillars want to happen. they want to get caught by the ants. Getting caught by their opponents is actually their plan. And since they have no defense against these ants, these caterpillars are carried off by these ants into largely populated colonies. But this is exactly what the caterpillars want to happen. Getting caught by their opponents is actually their plan. When they are caught, these caterpillars use their body scent, which is almost similar to the scent produced by the red ant's larva. And thinking that it is their own larva, the red ants, instead of eating up the caterpillars, they safely carry them back home. Mistakenly, the ants respond to this scent by taking them back to their colony's brood chambers. And in turn, the giant ants fall straight into the plan of the caterpillars. The purple colored caterpillars are now among the ants' own white larvae. And this gives the giant ants just the right signals, and to this, the nurse ants rush to feed them. When the nurse ants start to feed these caterpillars, thinking them to be ants in the larva, the caterpillars start to mimic the sounds made by the queen ant. And as a result, the ants start to treat them with royalty and pleasure. All the ants collectively get food and they start to treat each of the caterpillars as their mother queen. The gimmicks created by the caterpillars is so well coordinated that if the food gets short, the ants starts to feed the caterpillars the food which they have saved for their young ones. They feed them so heavily that the caterpillars grow much huge in size. And there, underground, the caterpillars feed and grow. This drama continues for 2 years. For 2 years, the ants feed the caterpillars, thinking them to be their own larvae. Until one day, there is nothing for the ants to feed. By then, the caterpillars have pupitated. And in weeks' time, when the ants have run out of energy and food. Out crawls the beautiful, smart Alcon blue butterfly. Now slowly they begin to leave their rented colony. They began to leave their rented houses, which was provided by the great red ants, which was their home for last almost 23 months. The young adult finally crawls their way out of the colony up to the grass stem. And in no time, its blue wings expand and it prepares to take its first flight. And it flies out to find a mate to deliver another generation who again indulges itself into this spectacular act of correlation, tricking, and mimic. This complex life is labor saving for the butterfly to pass off its phase. From being a caterpillar to a butterfly. But it is too risky. Because if something happens to the ants or to the Martian genital, the beautiful Alcon blue butterfly would become extinct. This spectacular act of correlation between living beings teaches that we are not alone, that we are all connected, that nothing can move just because of us. We do need help, and we always get it.